What's up, you awesome kissers? This is CistReactZ, guys. Today we're reacting to Game Theory FNAF Security Breach. I know the big twist, I think. So make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to Game Theorists. Check out everybody associated making a video in the description below, and make sure you guys comment down below. All right, Miles Morales. I know people are probably gonna ask about it. If you guys want to let's play Miles Morales, because I did get my PS5 yesterday. Let me know. If you guys want to let's play by hitting that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, let me know if you guys like Miles or Peter better in the comments. Alright, here we go.
More FNAF. FNAF Security Breach got its first trailer out during a PlayStation 5 announcement event, and man, does this new game look incredible.
Looks nice.
Your friends are worried about you.
Long gone are the days of just looking at static-filled still image camera feeds, my friends. And
I want to go back to
on,
those days, to be honest.
How cool it is to see an indie franchise started by one man working at Dollar General rise to the point that it's now getting a spotlight alongside time-honored franchises like Final Fantasy
PS5
and God
coverage.
of War, and not only getting spotlight alongside of getting more views than nearly everything else in that showcase. That's awesome.
Wow.
Well done, Scott. Really, really well deserved.
That's
now,
insane.
based on the trailer, it looks like we'll be trapped inside of a Freddy Fazbear's Pizzaplex, playing a life-or-death game of hide-and-seek against a killer. And it's that killer, Vanny, that I really want to dive into today. She's teased twice in the trailer, once via a bunny-shaped shadow in the opening sequence, and again as the final jump scare.
Did I see Vanny's shadow the first time?
We've suspected for a while that she's coming
hyped.
via teaser images on Scott's website, merch leaks, Easter eggs hidden throughout FNAF VR, all things that I've covered before in past theories. But the thing I wanted to look closer at today is her backstory and her relationship to Glitchtrap. Because even
put on a mask and now William Afton's like in her brain.
Don't know when it's coming out.
That
we
simple?
do already know a ton about this new character. In fact, true to Scott's style of storytelling, we probably won't get that much of a backstory for Vanny in this new game. I don't know if you've noticed this about Scott's games, but important story bits tend to happen around the games rather than in the games. Let me explain with an example. In Sister Location, we end with Baby being a part of Ennard, and if you get the super secret ending, you see that she gets puked up into a sewer. Fast forward to FNAF 6, and they're suddenly two separate entities again, Scrap Baby and Molten Freddy. To 99.9% of the players, you would have no idea how or...
You know, I didn't think about that. See, this is why I like watching MadPat, dude. Like, I swear to God, I didn't think that it's kind of weird that, you know, they're all together, and then, like, FNAF 6, when we see them again, they're just, like, in their own suits. I didn't think about that. I really didn't.
Or why that would have happened. And I can't blame
that just messed with my brain. I was like,
the only way you would know that Baby got voted out of the Ennard tribe was via the source code on Scott's website, as well as a
they talked about ejecting her.
FNAFworld.com. Just goes to show that when you're talking
my
about
brain,
FNAF,
but then I remembered it.
Never really stops.
MadPat,
and the thing is, I think Vanny is already getting treated this same way. The information about her, what is now getting her to kill, the big twist reveal about Vanny's true nature has already been laid out for us if you're paying attention to all parts of the FNAF universe. So if, unlike me, you don't have time to keep track of the 12 games, 9 books, dozens of ports, hundreds of toys, and a moon-faced animatronic and a pizza tree, well, that's why I'm here. Because all the pieces are out there in place for us, and now we're going to be putting them back together to understand the true backstory of Vanny, the killer bunny. Purple Guy 2.0 before security.
More like Purple Guy because he's on vacation.
FNAF Help Wanted got
Purgatory.
itself a mobile port. Big whoop, right? We've already seen this game 2 other times before. Once in VR, and again in a flat...
Which, by the way, I heard stuff was added to the VR port of Help Wanted on the iPhone. So if you guys want me to, like, go through Help Wanted again, you know, through my iPhone, just let me know in the comments below, because I'm pretty sure MadPat's gonna go over it.
Console port. Don't get me wrong, love this game. Probably my favorite game of the franchise, but still, Scott, you ain't getting me to buy this for a 3rd time. He totally got me to buy it a 3rd time. So because this is a mobile port, a lot of the game has been stripped away. Gone is the intro sequence, gone are some of the game modes, but most notably gone are the hidden cassette tapes that tell the story of Help Wanted's failed development. Now, if you remember back to a year ago, collecting all 16 of those hidden tapes in the original game inadvertently assembled our latest villain, Glitchtrap, piece by piece. And once fully together, he was able to capture us in the game and presumably escape back out into the real world.
the
That's
glitch
all
trap jar.
gone now in the mobile version. In its place, though, maybe something better. Immediately upon opening up the game, it becomes clear that this mobile port is more broken than FNAF World
look at Chica's
1.0.
eyes.
Got textures glitching out in both the main hub and in the various mini.
Jesus!
Now, obviously, these are intentional effects, and by zooming in and tapping on them repeatedly, honestly, I can't say exactly what I did to do it. I just was there a long time pounding away at my screen. The screen eventually fades to black, and suddenly you're presented with everyone's favorite part of the series, an 8-bit minigame with rudimentary gameplay steeped in symbolic lore.
They have another minigame?
Okay, it's actually more like 16-bit at this point, but still. We're told that this game is called Princess Quest, with you playing as a little girl lighting torches to unlock doors and running away from glitching bunny people. Glitching bunnies, you say? After making your way through a ruined castle and cemetery, you eventually unlock a long corridor that leads to a final lantern and, no points if you guessed it, Glitch Trap himself. The screen goes dark and suddenly you're taken back to the game's main
Wait, so
hub.
that little 8-bit transition he had earlier, that turned into that thing, he was actually designing it based on that? What is that? The William Afton Wraith? What the hell?
Himself. The screen goes dark and suddenly you're taken back to the
I wish
game's
Scott would have
main
just
hub.
released it as
now,
his own
this seems
thing, though,
fairly
but what the heck?
self-explanatory, right? It's a reference to Glitch Trap in a game that had to eliminate him due to size constraints. But it's the details here that really matter. Not counting the torches in front of the 6 gravestones, which are very clearly references to the original 5 missing children plus the child who possesses the puppet, there are 16 torches in total for the princess to light. This isn't a coincidence.
All right, let's find the rest of the
perfectly lines
bodies.
up with these 16 cassette tapes that you had
never
to
mind, I was
collect
gonna say,
in the
more
original
bodies,
Help
cool.
Wanted in order to release Glitch Trap. In fact, Glitch Trap only appears once the 16th one is lit, further cementing that connection. But where things get really interesting is when you decode
what is going
what
on?
Glitch Trap is saying. As the game ends, there's
that a
clearly a
threat?
dialogue box along the
What
bottom
is he
containing
saying?
weird glitching text. But you'll notice that the patterns aren't random. Some shapes actually repeat themselves. These right here and these right here. It's actually a letter substitution code that spells out everyone's favorite phrase from the game.
I always come back.
And taking a
Oh, are you serious? And, please tell me they locked him in Purgatory forever. I know every animatronic was like telling Golden Freddy, like, bro, you need to chill, stop this Purgatory, we're tired, bro. But like, oh my god, don't tell me that even even Purgatory itself couldn't hold William Afton down, because the spring locks didn't.
it all one step further, we can actually extract the audio from this moment.
Yeah, that's definitely I always come back. Just in glitchy terror language.
And do some audio trickery. By doubling the speed and then reversing it, we get this. I always come back.
Let me out?
Let me out.
Oh,
So in
God.
essence, Princess
Never
Quest
mind,
is showing us
Purgatory
a
is keeping
recreation
them
of the
down.
events from the original Help Wanted. This does a couple of things for us. First, it basically proves 100% that this is, in fact, William Afton's spirit and not some sort of AI or code meant to replicate him. It is him through and through. Dude wasn't lying when he said he always comes back. He's got more lives than Jason Voorhees. He's also got himself a solid understanding of brand consistency.
Yo, you know what? I forgot that we all thought Glitch Trap was like, you know, a digital construct of William Afton or something like that. How did he escape Purgatory then? I hate FNAF. I hate the
always
FNAF
comes back.
timeline.
Secondly,
I
though,
swear to
what
God.
Princess Quest is doing is
How do
confirming
you
for us the
escape
origin story
Purgatory?
of our new killer,
Explain!
Vanessa. In the original game, the fate of Tape Girl was unclear because
That's
she
just
sometimes
punishment.
encouraged us
Can't
to collect the
escape
tapes
that.
and sometimes didn't. But here we get clarity on the whole
I'm
story.
stressed.
Vanny is the princess with the
finally-
lantern. She collects all the tapes, pieces, whatever,
So
and
she's
gets
supposed to represent
taken
Vanny?
over by Glitch
Let's just
Trap.
listen.
This all confirms what we were speculating about before with Vanny
I
in a
finally-
previous
I
theory
finally
from a year
broke.
ago. That a young woman named Vanessa, Vanny for short, would be taken over by Afton to kill in his name, brainwashed or partially controlled by a spirit living
So
inside
this
of
is
her.
our first possessed person that we actually get to see.
I know.
Oh God.
No. There's no miscommunication.
There's also a similar conversation currently hidden in the source code of Scott's website.
Wait,
except
really?
here, you see both sides of the conversation. Stay the course.
I will.
Focus on my voice.
I will.
Don't let anyone lead you astray.
I won't.
Have you selected one?
I have.
The one that seems to be selected is Gregory from the new game's trailer.
Have you selected a child to kill?
I think she's found us.
So, is that it? Just a recap of a lot of
I
information
like that,
we
though.
already
Freddy's
knew? Are
being
we
nice
just
this
left
game.
to speculate about the rest until Security Breach finally comes out? Well, no. You see, in the last year, there's been one final source of information about Vannys, and it's a big one. A game that I've largely ignored up until now, FNAF's augmented reality game Special Delivery.
People were
If
telling me
you
to
haven't
play it
heard
on the
about this
channel,
one,
but
basically the concept is that animatronics get shipped to your home so you'll
it's a
have
cool
yourself
idea.
some
I
new
just-
friends.
it just didn't
'Cause
hit
let's
right
be
for
honest,
me.
fighting for your life against a malfunctioning robot is probably still better than trying to hold a normal conversation with a living, breathing human being.
Mom,
I
Pat.
think I've been dancing around this one just because the possible canonicity of characters like Shamrock Freddy, Liberty Chica, and Clown Springtrap makes me have a nervous breakdown. But questionable
What?
lore Chica and Clown
Okay, I can see why Twitter said they didn't like their designs, but Jesus, what are these designs? Okay, I can get behind the Shamrock Freddy, but like... okay, Liberty Chica kind of cool. I don't know, I kind of like... okay. What is this? Clown Springtrap?
Springtrap
That's
makes
what I
me
can't
have a
get
nervous
behind.
breakdown.
That is weird.
But questionable lore implications of flamethrower bear endo aside, this game has been seeding us more
Flamethrower
info
bear
over the
endo?
entire last
What?
year about the history of Vannys and Glitchtrap, and it requires us to do one of the scariest tasks any FNAF game has ever required: reading emails.
Ah.
You see, the game will occasionally share you on emails that aren't intended for your eyes. On one side, we have ourselves the story of a company working on behalf of Fazbear Entertainment to disassemble old animatronics and scan their circuit boards. into
Oh,
their
like that's
computer
ever gonna
system.
work.
And just like Tape Girl warned us
guess
about
those
back
all
in
end with
FNAF
them dying
VR,
'cause you
this
can't open
causes
those
a
robots
virus
up.
to spread through the system. Quote from those emails, turns out that wasn't a glitch. We released a virus when we scanned that last circuit board. It's spreading really fast. We're
Idiots.
gonna need all hands on deck. New email. Hey Jim, just checking in. I emailed you
He's nervous.
earlier this week about a virus caused by one of your circuit boards, which is currently spreading throughout our system and causing serious problems. Please contact me ASAP. Thanks, best, Steve. So that is our Glitchtrap
God.
origin story. And to me, it's especially interesting because I think it helps explain
Imagine opening
something
up your
that dates
computer and you just
all
see
the way
that.
back to FNAF 3. Recently in the series, we've learned that the FNAF games are canon in the games. Now, that's a really confusing
Scott
sentence,
Cawthon
so
with
let me
shades on.
explain. In both FNAF VR and the Fazbear Frights books, it's confirmed that the urban legends about murders happening at Freddy's restaurants are mainstream enough to have gotten some video game spin-offs. Not necessarily the FNAF games that we know, and certainly not FNAF World, since everyone, including Scott, wants to forget that one, but games inspired by the legends
one was
of
cool,
the
though.
pizzeria. In FNAF VR, in fact, we're told that they were made by Fazbear Entertainment as a cover-up.
Fazbear Entertainment hired the game developer. Those indie games were designed to conceal and make light of what happened. This isn't just an attempt to rebrand. It's an elaborate cover-up.
And looking back on it, I
course they-
believe that we've
course
seen
they will
those
cover up
games. I
anything.
think we've played those games. They're the 8-bit mini-games from FNAF 3, Mangle's Quest, BB's Air Adventure, Chica's Party, and Stage 01. Heck, they might even include the Take Cake, Give Gifts, etc. mini-games from FNAF 2. Those are the games being referenced in the games. I mean, they even have those sorts of cheesy titles that would come with cheap Atari-style games of that era. And how do we know all of this, and why am I talking about it now? Because of Glitchtrap. It's easy to forget, but the last minigame that you...
It makes sense. Oh my god. I know it's just a theory, a game theory, yeah. But like, it makes so much sense when he talks about this type of stuff, bro. Even if he can be wrong sometimes. Like, Jesus. Like, imagine if that was what she was talking about the whole time and we thought it was just like something else completely, like the game itself help wanted. Like, what if the whole time we were playing just cover-ups from the company, but it was actually just a desperate cry for help, you know? Oh my god.
You have to play in FNAF 3 features a glitched out bunny hopping, I didn't even mean to put the pun there, hopping between the various minigames. This is the first appearance of Glitch Trap. It's Afton's spirit trapped inside the circuit boards of these retro games looking for an escape. An escape that doesn't actually get realized until he's scanned into a new modern computer system meant to produce FNAF VR. Now, admittedly, this is a bit confusing when it comes to the timeline. We know Freddy Fazbear's Pizza was founded in 1983 as we see from the VR coins in Help Wanted. In FNAF 1, Phone Guy tells us that the animatronics have been around for 20 years. That puts FNAF 1 in 2003, not 1993 like I previously thought. And based on the official description for FNAF 3, Fazbear's Fright and the discovery of Springtrap all happened 30 years after the closure of Freddy's, making that one roughly 2033. Now, we have no idea when and how Afton got a piece of his soul into the circuit boards, probably via his extreme agony at getting spring locked. But if
I don't
this
think it was agony.
Is literally
He just got right back up,
animatronic
like,
suits
after a long
sent
nap,
from
so I mean,
Fazbear
whatever,
Entertainment
right?
and scanning the boards as implied by the emails, are we assuming that they opened up the Springtrap suit, completely ignored the dead body inside and scanned it? Just doesn't seem likely to me. Is Fazbear Entertainment rescuing the board after he was burned to death in FNAF 6? It's just odd. This is why I don't like to talk timeline with this series anymore. To me, the simplest solution here is that William Afton's soul is just in multiple places at once, split like a Harry Potter Horcrux, only instead of swords and scars, he's split between suits and circuit boards. And one of those iterations is Glitch Trap, stuck in the various games' codes until he's eventually released. But reminding all the way back to FNAF Special Delivery, there's a separate and related story happening in the secret inbox between Lewis and his fellow employee, Ness. Ness, as in Vannys. It's Vanny again, my friends. Here we see a series of emails where Ness is acting weird, and Lewis, the IT guy, is honestly acting weirder because he's creeping on Ness. Here's a few highlights from these emails. Hey Ness, it's no big deal, but I wanted to reach out off the radar and remind you about the company policy about personal internet usage. Certain words and phrases trigger red flag reports, so your last order got automatically sent to me. Basically, anything mentioning torture is gonna raise the alarm. If you have any questions about the policy, let me know. We could even get coffee or something and go over all the words to avoid. And now I've raised my own red flag. Good thing I'm the one who gets the notification. Smiley, Lewis. Hey Ness, wanted to see if you're doing okay. I appreciate your taking my advice about red flag search terms. If I thought I'd have to file an incident report on you, I think I'd just have to quit instead. I was a little worried. Maybe something is going on with you. One day you're researching flowers and the migration pattern of bees. Fascinating, right? And the next day you type in, how far can a human being be cut in half before losing consciousness? I figured maybe you're writing a screen.
Bro, I swear to God, I will personally make sure she does not get her hands on George, alright? Alright, if y'all want to FNAF Security Breach Let's Play, y'all hit that like button and turn on notifications. I will make sure she does not get her hands on George, because Jesus Christ, bro.
Screenplay or something. Always here if you need me. Lewis. Hey, Ness. So the word compliance by itself isn't going to set off any red flags, but the sentence, how to induce compliance in human subjects and how to induce self-compliance did actually get my attention. I think the answer might involve chocolate chip cookies. Always works for me. I also thought it was strange that these were immediately followed by searches that couldn't possibly have any relevant answers for you. Did you search for help by itself? Anyway, my offer still stands if you want to go over the company policy. I'm free any day after work. We could grab dinner or coffee if you want, Lewis. Oh, Lewis, when you say stuff like that, it makes me
a sad panda.
But HR violations aside, these conversations tell us a lot about Vanny's mental state.
How can you simp? But she's clearly into some weird stuff. Like, if I don't know, if you're some IT guy, right, and you're crushing on this girl, and you get the notifications for red flags like he does when someone searches something up. What if she searched up how to make my partner, oh, I don't know, die in the middle of the night without anybody noticing, and I want to cut off his arms, feet, and legs? Do you come the next day to work and simp and try to get coffee with her? No! God!
She is sharing control of herself with Glitchtrap. That's why we get references to her searching the internet for help. It's part of her psyche crying out for anything. Anyone who can save her. Anything that'll provide an escape. It's also why it's so important that Lewis calls out the searches for inducing compliance in human subjects and inducing self-compliance. That is Glitchtrap, searching for a way to gain complete control over Vanny, over her psyche. This further confirms something that we talked about in my last theory on Vanny.
And he wants to kill again.
How she's a reluctant follower, that Afton isn't in complete control. On Scott's Voices.com page, where he tends to hire out actors for the various vocal roles in the game, Vanny's listing was for a character named Reluctant Follower. So this woman is clearly a devotee, brainwashed or controlled by Afton to an extent, but a part of her is actively fighting back, hesitant to do what he asks, which makes me think that in Security Breach, we may be able to save or redeem her. In fact, knowing that may help us out with
And then, you know, I'm pretty sure Matt Pat will go over this in the last 2 minutes that he has, but it's like, we're, at this point, it just really feels like the roles are, like, highlighted, you know? Like, we have the boy being chased by Vanny, we have Freddy saving the boy throughout the story, we have the other animatronics that maybe are tampered by Vanny, but Freddy's the only one that's resisting control. We have all these, and Vanny, you know, the reluctant follower, we have all these, like, roles set. Where does the blonde security guard that we play as come in? Like, what's her story? Is she just, you know, a security guard that was hired and then she just gets caught in the middle of all this drama that's been going on for a lot of years in the Fazbear Corporation? Or does she have any type of other, like, relevance? I mean, the security guard, you know, in FNAF has always been the security guard, the person who gets in the, you know, in all this trouble and all this death and stuff, but I wonder if the security guard actually has a higher role than just, you know, being scared.
Gameplay. Maybe it's a secret or a true ending condition. That, my friends, is what I believe to be the big twist that awaits us in Security Breach. Wait, as I finish this video, of course, new statues just dropped with important lore reveals, so let's just talk about these real fast. With Gregory hiding inside of Freddy, definitely looks like my idea about gameplay being a version of hide and seek is absolutely confirmed, or maybe Gregory is just piloting an 80s era bear-shaped Gundam suit. Either way, I am totally living for it. As for the other statue that just dropped, looks like Vanny is going to be taking a page out of the Afton playbook. The classic security guard by day and serial killer at night. Old habits die hard, I guess, but in Vanny's case, here's my question. Day, looks like Vanny is going to be taking a page out of the Afton playbook. The class.
Wait, really? Was the security guard confirmed to be Vanny? I didn't even know. Then what, are we just a kid locked in the Pizzaplex for 5 straight nights? Huh.
Classic security guard by day and serial killer at night. Old habits die hard, I guess. But in Vanny's case, here's my question. Is she gonna remember it? My guess is no. I think it's gonna be a classic case of Jekyll and Hyde. But who knows? I guess we're just gonna have to wait and
Wait, so the statue for the security guard and Vanny were put together like that?
Before the end of the year. And I'm not just talking about all that cool new merch we dropped. Which, as one last reminder, is all available.
I think that's the end of the video, because I know game theory. I know Matt Pat at this point. He always goes in for the sponsors or the shout-outs for himself near the end of the video. Anyway, guys, that was Game Theory FNAF Security Breach. I know the big twist, I think, by Matt Pat. If you guys are hyped for Security Breach and want to see my Let's Play of it whenever it comes out, probably a month from now, probably another month from now, make sure you guys hit the like button, comment below, subscribe for workout kiss your day. Turn on notifications. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If I have stuff unconfused me, and I will see you awesome kissers later. Peace out.